Welcome back. Today I'm going to try to play a rapid game live on camera. Well, it's live as I'm recording this. It's not going to be live when you're watching it. But anyway, if you're new to my channel, I'm not a titled player or a chess coach like many other chess YouTubers. I'm just a random person who enjoys the game and I'm trying to get better at it. You can also tell from my rapid rating down there that I'm not a titled player or a chess coach. But anyway, I have been keeping my rapid rating around 1200. I'm trying to get it higher and let's just go. I'm going to click play online. Sorry, every time I see that interface, it throws me off just a little bit because I'm expecting this. I always forget that there's an extra step. I don't know what else to say except, let's just go. We'll do our best. I know that sometimes I get things that are unexpected in these games. I'm going to start with the white pieces. I have someone who's rated just a few points lower than me, but close enough to be comparable. I'm going to play the Vienna game and see what my opponent does. Okay, they've done that. I'm not hearing the sounds. Was my volume too low? I'm not sure. Okay, let's play this Vienna Gambit. See if my opponent does that. Okay, I think on that one I'm supposed to take, and then when they take back with the knight, I play d4, and I think I'm doing okay here, but I don't remember what to do after they go back with it. Do I keep pushing? Oh, they went back that way. Again, do I keep pushing, or do I come out here and pen this knight? I think I get this knight out and get ready to castle here pretty soon. Not sure exactly what my opponent's going to play here because, okay. I think I've been in this position before. I'm just not 100% certain. I was worried that they were going to pin this knight and then I wasn't sure what to do, but they didn't pin the knight. So I'm just going to get this bishop out and try to castle here before long. Okay, they pinned that knight. I don't think that helps a lot. Let's see. If I castle, can they put another attacker on that knight? I guess they could, but if they do that, I'll just bring the light squared bishop back, I think. Let's go ahead and castle. Now, if they take immediately, they didn't, and they didn't put another attacker on it like I was worried about. Well, let's see if they want to go ahead and trade this now, and I'm not sure if I want to take back with the rook or the queen. Probably the queen, but again, I'm not sure. Okay, they ran away. I think it's time to get the other bishop out, and I really now wish I hadn't put that knight in front of the c-pawn, but that's where it went. Is my opponent going to castle, or do they have something else in mind? I have some opponents that play like this. They just kind of keep their pieces back and play like a small, I guess it's called a small defense, to see if I will charge forward and make a mistake, which I have been known to do. Well, let's bring this knight back. We're, still protecting some stuff in here, and maybe bring this c-pawn up. Okay, they've moved the queen over, which lets me think that they're aiming over here. I guess, let's see. If they give up the bishop for that pawn, let's say I play the c-pawn like I was intending, and they take here, and I take back, and they get the queen over here. How close are they to checkmate? I don't know. I guess I can add a defender to that pawn by playing this knight up here, but then they can take, and then I would take with the bishop, and then they can still give up the bishop, but I think I'll be okay. Or should I just go ahead and attack one of their pieces now and see if they go ahead and give up that bishop right away? Let's see. Let's see what they do. I'm going to go for the center here. I don't think... Okay, they can take. Then I take here. I am threatening the knight, but they can take. And I don't think they will. I think they will move that knight. Okay, and now they're attacking this bishop, which is not currently defended. And that's a good forking spot for my queen and rook. Good job. I should move it then. Should I drop back that way or should I drop back this way? That's a good question. I want to drop back, I think, in front of the rook. Now, they still can't take that just yet because my knight is defending it. Now I can play c4. Kind of depends on what my opponent does. They are a little ahead on time because when I play and I'm not on video, I usually end up ahead on time. But when I play on video, I'm always behind on time because I'm talking, right? They've attacked that pawn. Let me attack their knight. Wait. Then they're going to take my pawn with their knight, and then I'll take their knight, and they'll take my knight, and I'll take back. Oh, that's bad. Let me go ahead and take that first, and then I will play c4 maybe. Okay, they're aiming over here. Ooh, if I take that, that frees up their rook, so maybe not the best plan. Okay, well, let's just see where this knight's going to go, what my opponent's plan is. If they have one, some opponents have a plan, and some clearly don't, but this one might. Okay, it was just to drop back. I have to worry about this now, although I could put this bishop back here. It's protected by both knights, and we could trade off bishops since they haven't castled yet. Let me see if they want to trade off bishops now. They might, and the reason I'm choosing that knight is so that here in a second I can put my rook on e1 and check, because if I had moved this knight, it wouldn't be a problem. Now, they might castle now. Okay, I thought about that. They were about to castle. Okay, I want to put this knight someplace safe. That's not it. I don't want to block another pawn like I already did, because I guess I could bring it back. Maybe I should have moved the rook over before they castled. Or moved this knight so they couldn't castle. That's what I should have done. I should have taken there with that knight so they couldn't castle. I guess I'm going to get my queen off the back rank, and I am aiming here just in case. Right now it's doubly defended, so I'm not going to take it just yet, but I might take it here in a minute. Okay, now they're taking their time, which is probably a good plan. I think I'm wanting to bring the other rook over here. Okay, that's not bad, probably. Let's see. They have a lot of pieces defending that square, so I don't want to come there. I could move it back. I could bring it back this way, but then they're just going to defend it with the pawn. I guess I'm bringing it back here then. Okay, what's next? And yes, I still want to bring this rook over. I can't decide if I want to bring it to D1 or E1 to kind of aim at those open files. Okay, they have lots of pieces defending that square right there, so I shouldn't take. Let's go ahead and bring the rook over like I said. I'm not sure which one I want to put it on. Let's go for E1. Again, not sure. And I used up too much time on that. Oh, they managed to fork me. All right, good job. Why didn't I see that coming? All right. Yeah, I didn't see that coming at all. Well, I got to move the queen, right? So let's move the queen, and then we'll take this rook with the other rook, and my opponent is up in exchange. Assuming that's why they put it in there. That would be funny if they came in there and decided not to take the rook. Not funny, but okay, they did. It just took them a second to do it after they got in there. Well, that was frustrating, but it happened, and that's the way it goes. Okay, now they're going to come over here with the queen. So I guess good for them. I probably, yeah. But can they mate me just yet? Because they're going to put the knight on one of these squares, aren't they? I assume they are. No, they're not, because I'm going to take the knight right now, I think. And then see what my opponent does. I assume they'll take that with the pawn. I guess they could check me. Maybe they'll check me. Oh, they're going to check me there and take with the queen so they don't have to mess up their pawn structure. All right, that is one way that it could have gone. Oh, I don't want to go there because that knight's not defended except by the rook, so I should come up here, maybe. They can still take the knight, though. Oh, that's frustrating. Yeah, they can still take the knight with the rook. It's free knight. Okay. Oh, they didn't, though. I'm pretty sure that was a free knight while their queen was right here. Well, let's see if I can defend it with this check. And that defends the knight. It's also defended by the rook, obviously. I can take this pawn. I can take that pawn. But that one seems like the worst plan because they move the rook over and then they'll get this pawn. I am only down 1 point of material. I'm wondering if it's not a bad idea to trade queens here. I can attack the queen with this rook. Let's try that. And then when they check me, I'll move over. I assume they're going to get out of that by checking me. They might not. I don't know what they'll do. And I'm way down on time. They did get out of it by checking me. See where they go. I've got to play a little faster here. I'm assuming that I've lost because my opponent is playing very deliberately and they're ahead on time. And I clearly made an error by letting that knight get in to e3 when I did not see that coming at all. Got to play faster. Okay, that's probably not a bad idea. They're going to check me, I assume. Or they want to check me. But I want them to not check me, so I'm going to get my king out of that line. This is still defended, just barely. And the reason I went down instead of over is because there were other places. Okay, they can check me there, which they did. I will get out of check again, I guess. That rook is defended, so I'm not worried about the queen coming in to take it. I'm probably going to bring the other rook over at some point. But yeah, it sure feels like they're taking longer than me, but somehow they have a bunch more time. Oh, they took that because now, yeah, okay. Well, that was fun. All right, let me take this and see what they do. They will, I assume, have some great answer for that, like bringing the rook over to, oh, they brought it all the way over there. Okay, well, then what do we do? If my rook wasn't there, I could fork their pieces, but where can I take my rook? Not sure. I guess I can just take that too. My opponent surely has something in store for me, and I couldn't fork them because of where my rook was. Okay, they can check me there. That's great. I am going to get out of check. And then I assume they're going to check me again. They can check me with any number of pieces right now. Right there would be a great place to check me with 2 different pieces. I would really like it if they checked me here on d4 with their queen, but they're not going to. Yeah, they went back there. This opponent is playing a lot better than, easy mistakes. Now, if I go there, they check me easily. So let's go down here, see what they do. Now I'm down to 2 minutes. Okay. I don't have a lot of hope here because they were able to chase my king all the way across the side of the board, eat up a bunch of pawns, and I don't know how it went wrong other than me missing knight to d3, e3, which I'm going to assume is the blunder that lost me the game. But we're even on pawns, but they're still up the exchange. Again, they're playing very deliberately, taking their time. So good for them. Okay, they've moved that rook back to guard this pawn. That was probably a good idea. I am going to attack their queen again. I assume they're going to come right up here and check me. They did. Hey, how about that? I guess I could just come up one. I think I'll just come up one, hopefully, and hopefully that'll be all right. I'm not sure whether I should try to run behind the pawns or in front of them. Probably behind them because of where that other rook is. Okay, they are still guarding this pawn. Yeah, I'm not sure where to go. I'm going to protect. Oh, they're going to move that rook. Oh, okay, I did see this. They're going to move that rook and I'm going to be in check. So I am going to move my queen a little bit to maybe here so they can't immediately attack it when they put me in check. But they can probably attack something else like the knight. Oh, they didn't. They just went there. Okay. Well, then I'm going to block with the rook and we'll try to win an end game or at least get a stalemate out of it. They can take there with the rook and then I can take back and they'll be ahead the exchange still. But they might not take there. They might have something else up their sleeve, like coming down because the knight's undefended. Then I would have to move the king. It would be bad. And yes, I am still looking at their c5 pawn with my queen. That's why I chose the spot that I did. Okay, maybe they're taking their time now to give me, to give me a little hope on the clock. And if so, thank you. Oh, they just moved a pawn. Well, I can't take the rook because it's pinned. Okay, well, I got to get the king out of that pin then. Now maybe they'll take the rook. That was frustrating because, yeah, I didn't even forgot that my rook was pinned. Okay, what are they going to do now? Now are they going to trade the rook? Why won't they trade the rook? They didn't. Okay. And they went back to guard that pawn. Let's attack the queen again, and then probably will come over here and check me, is my guess. I chose that because it's guarded. Oh, they did come over here and check me. I'm going to come back trying to save some time. I don't see that I have much at all here, but I'm trying to, hold out hope. Okay, they've come over here to pin the knight. Yeah, I don't know what to do. I'm going to move this queen here so I can get a pawn going, maybe. I assume they're going to drop this down. And I don't think I can defend against that very well. They didn't. Oh, they put a rook on it anyway. Okay. Yeah, not much I can do about that. And if I go here, then they just check me. Oh, I'm under a minute now. Okay, I've got to do it. See if they want to trade off the rook. They didn't. They just wanted to repeat for a second. Okay, now they're going to drop this one down because that rook is pinned. Maybe. I don't know. But they're taking their time, so again, good for them. I don't have a lot of options here. Oh, okay. Really don't know what that was about. And can I get out of the pin? I don't know. Let's go this way because I'm about out of time. Yeah, well, I don't understand why they didn't come down here on the previous turn. It seemed like they took quite a while to do that. I don't know. They're going to take it. I have to get out of check. I don't know if there's that many ways I can get out of check. Then that's checkmate, I think. Well, I have to block with the queen. No, I can block with the rook if they check with the queen. Oh, if they check with the rook. Either way, I should be able to block with the rook. Oh, they went there. Then I guess I'll move over one. Okay, now I have to block with the queen, and that's mate. Take it, and that's mate. That's not mate. What? Why would they do that? Okay, now we're going to go have mate over here someplace. They had mate, but they didn't do it. Okay, that also is not mate, but it soon will be because I have to block with the rook. It's my only legal move. Now then they take that, that's mate. If they take with the rook, okay, thank you. I thought they were going to take with the queen for a second, which would give me another move. I also have missed a bunch of easy checkmates and made it a lot longer, so I'm not condemning my opponent. It just, a couple of those seemed fairly obvious. Let's do the game review and see if I was correct about allowing the knight in to e3. New coaches, okay. What was wrong with the old coaches? I don't think I have a big enough paid account to take advantage of the coaches. Oh, it's still showing my old coach that I chose a long time ago, but I almost never look at that stuff. All right, it says there was one big blunder right here, and oh, but there was another chance, right? It's not going to tell me. Oh yeah, right there. Okay, so I lost the game twice. All right. My opponent played like a 1600. Good job to them. Maybe they will, eventually, get up to 1600. Or maybe they won't. I just went and checked their profile and they were as high as 1300 a few months ago, but they've been around 11, 12, 1300 for hundreds of games. So anyway, let's take a look and see if I was correct about one of these moves being where I missed the knight coming in. Is it going to let me? No, used to you could click on that and it would go to that position, but now you can't. Okay, well then we'll just do it the old-fashioned way and go through here. I made a mistake in the opening. No, they made a mistake in the opening. Knight to f5 is their best move, and that's when they're aiming in here and I have to do something about it. Is this where I lost the game? My next move is a blunder. Okay, yes, because here I had to play queen to d2 to guard e3, or knight to h2 I guess knight to h2 does away with the fork idea, because then once they move their knight, I can take their rook with check, and then after they deal with that, I can get my queen out of danger. But I should have played queen to d2. Okay, so this is the first blunder that lost me the game, because knight to e3. So they get the exchange here, and they're up -3. Okay, are we now on the place on the graph where what happened? Where's the graph? Oh, the graph jumped down here. Right. Yeah, okay, that's where the first big valley was. Okay, so after that, and I took back, then their next move is a blunder. Okay, switching back to the analysis board, this thing that I had been worried about the whole time, they should not have done. They should have played bishop to f5, which I would have taken, and they would have taken with their queen. But because they took here, it's dead even again if I take their knight now, not if I take their bishop. But I took that, and they took back, and then I took the knight, and now it is my best move. But right after I did, I realized that they would be able to check me and win the bishop. I was kind of hoping that they would, check me on g3. But this opponent was paying special attention to everything. It looked like they were taking their time. Not as much time as I was here, obviously. I'm 2.5 minutes behind, but their moves were spaced out, is what I meant. They weren't playing instantly on most, if any, of these. So yeah, that was an amazing move. And so I get out of check, and then they take the bishop, so they don't have to mess up their pawn structure. And I was behind ever after that, right? According to the graph, yeah. They got closer one more time with this move. How close did it get? 0.09? It's still around -1. Okay, so it wasn't giving up the knight that lost me the game, although it easily could have. But then my opponent messed up here. Help me out. Help me figure out why that's better, and how that keeps us even as compared to taking here, which was my second best move. I just don't know. Because getting the bishop for the pawn made up for being up the exchange, right? Or down the exchange? I'm not sure. Yeah, help me figure that one out. As always, thank you for spending your time here, and I'll see you next time.